What's your name and where are you from? What's your name and where are you from? How long have you been learning English? How long have you been learning English? What do you usually do for fun? What do you usually do for fun? What's your favourite thing about your city? What's your favourite thing about your city? Do you prefer tea or coffee? Do you prefer tea or coffee? What's your favourite type of music? What's your favourite type of music? What's one interesting fact about you? What's one interesting fact about you? Do you enjoy reading books or watching movies? Do you enjoy reading books or watching movies? Have you ever travelled to another country? Have you ever travelled to another country? What's something you've always wanted to try? What's something you've always wanted to try? Where is the most beautiful place you visited? Where is the most beautiful place you visited? Do you prefer beaches or mountains? Do you prefer beaches or mountains? What's one dish from your country everyone should try? What's one dish from your country everyone should try? Do you like learning about different cultures? Do you like learning about different cultures? If you could visit any country, where would you go? If you could visit any country, where would you go? What's the most interesting tradition in your culture? What's the most interesting tradition in your culture? Have you ever tried food from another country? Have you ever tried food from another country? What's your favourite mode of transportation for travel? What's your favourite mode of transportation for travel? Do you prefer travelling alone or with friends? Do you prefer travelling alone or with friends? What's one place you'd recommend visiting in your country? What's one place you'd recommend visiting in your country? What's a hobby you really enjoy? What's a hobby you really enjoy? Do you like sports? If so, which one? Do you like sports? If so, which one? Have you ever tried painting or drawing? Have you ever tried painting or drawing? What kind of movies do you like? What kind of movies do you like? Do you play any musical instruments? Do you play any musical instruments? Have you ever taken up a new hobby recently? Have you ever taken up a new hobby recently? Do you enjoy cooking or baking? Do you enjoy cooking or baking? Are you a morning person or a night owl? Are you a morning person or a night owl? What's one skill you wish you could learn? What's one skill you wish you could learn? Do you enjoy spending time outdoors? Do you enjoy spending time outdoors? What do you do for work or study? What do you do for work or study? Do you enjoy your job or studies? Do you enjoy your job or studies? What's the most challenging part of your work? What's the most challenging part of your work? Have you ever worked with people from different cultures? Have you ever worked with people from different cultures? What did you want to be when you were a child? What did you want to be when you were a child? Do you prefer working alone or in a team? Do you prefer working alone or in a team? What's your favourite subject or area of interest? What's your favourite subject or area of interest? How do you usually prepare for exams or big tasks? How do you usually prepare for exams or big tasks? What's the most important skill you've learnt at work? What's the most important skill you've learnt at work? Do you prefer studying online or in person? Do you prefer studying online or in person? What's the first thing you do in the morning? What's the first thing you do in the morning? How do you usually spend your weekends? How do you usually spend your weekends? What's your favourite meal of the day? What's your favourite meal of the day? Do you prefer cooking at home or eating out? Do you prefer cooking at home or eating out? How do you usually commute to work or school? How do you usually commute to work or school? What do you like to do after a long day? What do you like to do after a long day? What's your favourite way to relax? What's your favourite way to relax? Do you keep a diary or journal? Do you keep a diary or journal? How do you stay organised in your daily life? How do you stay organised in your daily life? What's the best way to start your day? What's the best way to start your day? Do you prefer using your phone or your computer? Do you prefer using your phone or your computer? What's your favourite app to use every day? What's your favourite app to use every day? Do you enjoy using social media? Do you enjoy using social media? What's the most useful gadget you own? What's the most useful gadget you own? Have you ever taken a break from technology? Have you ever taken a break from technology? What's the first app you check in the morning? What's the first app you check in the morning? Do you like playing online games? Do you like playing online games? What's the best way to use technology for learning? What's the best way to use technology for learning? Have you ever learned something new on YouTube? Have you ever learned something new on YouTube? What's your opinion about artificial intelligence? What's your opinion about artificial intelligence? What's your favourite dish to eat? What's your favourite dish to eat? Do you like spicy food? Do you like spicy food? What's your go-to comfort food? What's your go-to comfort food? Have you ever tried making a new recipe? Have you ever tried making a new recipe? What's your favourite type of dessert? What's your favourite type of dessert? Do you prefer sweet or salty snacks? Do you prefer sweet or salty snacks? What's the strangest food you've ever tried? What's the strangest food you've ever tried? Do you like trying food from street vendors? Do you like trying food from street vendors? What's your favourite drink on a hot day? What's your favourite drink on a hot day? Do you enjoy baking cakes or cookies? Do you enjoy baking cakes or cookies? What's one thing you hope to achieve this year? What's one thing you hope to achieve this year? Do you have any exciting plans for the weekend? Do you have any exciting plans for the weekend? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Are you planning to travel anywhere soon? Are you planning to travel anywhere soon? What's a skill you'd like to improve in the future? What's a skill you'd like to improve in the future? Do you have any goals related to learning English? Do you have any goals related to learning English? What's one thing you'd like to learn before next year? What's one thing you'd like to learn before next year? Do you plan to meet any new people this month? Do you plan to meet any new people this month? Are you thinking about moving to a new city someday? Are you thinking about moving to a new city someday? What's one dream you're working towards? What's one dream you're working towards? What's the last movie you watched? What's the last movie you watched? Do you enjoy watching TV shows or series? Do you enjoy watching TV shows or series? Who is your favourite actor or actress? Who is your favourite actor or actress? Do you like listening to podcasts? Do you like listening to podcasts? What's your favourite type of music? What's your favourite type of music? Do you enjoy going to live concerts? Do you enjoy going to live concerts? What's a book you'd recommend to others? What's a book you'd recommend to others? Do you prefer reading ebooks or printed books? Do you prefer reading ebooks or printed books? What's the most memorable show or movie you've seen? What's the most memorable show or movie you've seen? Have you ever been to a theatre performance? Have you ever been to a theatre performance? If you could have dinner with anyone, who would it be? If you could have dinner with anyone, who would it be? What's one superpower you'd love to have? What's one superpower you'd love to have? If you won the lottery, what's the first thing you'd do? If you won the lottery, what's the first thing you'd do? What's the best advice you've ever received? What's the best advice you've ever received? Do you believe in luck? Do you believe in luck? What's your favourite memory from childhood? What's your favourite memory from childhood? If you could live anywhere, where would it be? If you could live anywhere, where would it be? Do you like celebrating holidays or festivals? Do you like celebrating holidays or festivals? What's one thing that always makes you smile? What's one thing that always makes you smile? If you could time travel, would you go to the past or the future? If you could time travel, would you go to the past or the future?